How are you? I think you're standing right beside me.
I'm fine.
How are you? Looks like there's nobody else on.
Just me and
If
Dave.
if there is anybody else, say hello, folks. How you
Dave
doing?
and I.
We're here at Greystones. Let me take my ugly ass photo mug off the screen right here. Welcome, folks, to Greystones. Look, I just decided 15 minutes ago I was going to do a tour. I'm out here in Greystones and with Suzanne. Suzanne's over here from New York, and she's spending a week here in Dublin. And we actually are in County Wicklow though right now, Greystones. So we're going around we actually just left Bray. We're in Greystones right now. We're having some fun, we're enjoying it. And next we're going to go to Dalkey after we finish here. So I thought I'd pull out my gimbal, because I brought it with me, and do a little tour here of Greystones. It's only going to be a shorty today, folks. It won't be something that's long, and we only have two people on, and one of them is Suzanne beside me. So if there is anybody else on here, if you'd like to say hello, say hello. Hi Dave, Catherine's on. How are you, Catherine? Good to see you. Because there's nobody else on here except for Suzanne and yourself. And as I said, this is just random. I decided 15 minutes ago that I'm going to do a tour. This is the beautiful coastal town of Greystones in County Wicklow. Looks like it's saying there's 4 people on now. If you are on here, folks, give me a shout, say hello, and I can say hello back to you then, see? And that way I know that you're on. But this is the lovely Marina here. Hi, Suzanne. Suzanne's on here. Okay, Suzanne, good to see you, Suzanne. Oh, here she is. Look out there. Suzanne's over from New York, and Suzanne was a big Haygo goer, if you like. She was on lots and lots of Haygo tours over the few years that she was on, and she came and paid a visit here to us in Dublin.
And I'm watching live.
And she's watching live as well. Anyway, folks, looks like there's nobody on here except for Suzanne and Catherine. Good to see you, Catherine.
Hi, Catherine.
Hope you're doing well. And we are going to go and tell you a little bit about Greystones. You're looking at the beautiful marina here. Now, this is actually a brand new marina. Now, not to say that Greystones or the harbour here is new, it's not. But this marina is actually new, and it dates back to 2013. It's got 100 berths, and it's rapidly grown to over 250. Attracts visitors from all over Ireland, the UK, and as far away as Finland, France, and the US. And activities include here sailing, rowing, diving, sea angling, sea scouts, commercial fishing, and all these activities have their own clubs. So there's lots and lots of clubs. Water sports here is really, really big in Greystones. If you look over here, you'll see the cliff walk right here from Greystones to Bray. If I was in Bray, I'd say Bray to Greystones walk, but it's a cliff walk, 6 kilometres. It's a lovely, lovely walk, especially on a beautiful, nice sunny day. Not like today. Don't let this blue skies fool you, folks. These blue skies just came out a couple of minutes ago. It was cloudy all day, and it's extremely cold because we're on the coast. There's a lot of wind. It's extremely cold. Not so nice out like it may look to you from this angle. But okay, we're going to move on, folks. If you are ever in Bray, County Wicklow, or Greystones, it's a 6 kilometre walk. It's a cliff walk. It's actually closed down at the moment, that cliff walk that I just showed you there, because there's been a lot of fallen rocks falling off the cliffs. So it's actually deemed as very dangerous at the moment. So therefore, there's nobody walking it at the moment. And it's been about a year and a half that it's been closed down. Very unfortunate, because it's a beautiful walk, especially on a nice sunny day. It's a beautiful marina here, as you can see here in Greystones. As I say, a brand new marina. Now, the harbour here has been around for hundreds of years, but this marina here is brand new, just 2013. You'll see these apartment buildings right beside it. Once again, brand new. This is actually the largest developed or developing town in all of Ireland, Greystones. Everybody seems to want to live and move out to Greystones. As the village here, which you probably won't get a chance to see on this tour because it's a little bit far away from where I'm at, but it is a gorgeous little village. But we're going to walk along by the promenade and take a look at some of the other features around here. Now it's twinned, Greystones is twinned with Holyhead in Wales. And it's a coastal town, as I said before, as you can see, and a seaside resort. And it lies on Ireland's east coast, and it's 24 kilometres from Dublin City. So it's not far. Oh, the sun's coming out, folks. Look at it.
Yay!
I cannot believe it. We've been waiting all day for the sun to come out, and now it's come out. It was supposed to come out at 1 o'clock. It's now 2 o'clock, so it only came out an hour late. And hopefully this will warm stuff up, because that's the yacht club right there. Here at on the Marina in Greystones. Now Greystones gets its name from a large group of rocks, or grey stones, that protruded into the sea south of the harbour here and between two beaches. And it would have been like 1 kilometre, or it is 1 kilometre, a half a mile stretch of grey stones. We'll be able to show you that a little bit later. We're going around the corner here. You'll see the grey stones, and as I said before, that's where it gets its name. Now, this is the old harbour right here. This would have been where all the boats originally would have been. But as I say, they built a new marina. It's quite attractive, this harbour still too. So this originally was a village, Greystones, but it was upgraded to a town just in 1984. It was upgraded from a town status. And before that, obviously it was a village. It has really increased. It's nearly 20,000 people living here, maybe a little bit more than that. That's from the last census of 2022, but over the last few years, there's still been a huge amount of growth. So I'd say it's probably closer to 25,000 people living here in Greystones today. As I say, it would have been upgraded to the town status. That coastal tour that I just talked to you about a little earlier, the views are absolutely stunning. The cliff walk, as I say, from Bray to Greystones, or Greystones to Bray. We were just in this, myself and Suzanne were just in this pub right here. It's a restaurant pub called the Beach House.
Very nice.
Very nice, and we had a nice pint of Guinness. And I can, Suzanne is wobbling all over the place.
No, I'm not.
Because
Fibber.
only messing with you folks. You gotta have some fun, right? Listen, when you do tours, you gotta have fun. You gotta enjoy yourself. So this area, Greystones, this town is very famous for its, I should say, has a lot of famous families through the generations. Lots of very well-to-do families have lived out here in this area of Ireland. As I say, most prominent people are business people, or even political people, people of means, of a lot of money, would have had a townhouse in the cities, but they also would have had a coastal house along by the water, a seafront house. And so many of the big families here would have been the Beauties. The Beauties were a Quaker family. They owned restaurants and coffee shops in Dublin City. The most famous coffee shop in all of Dublin, cafe/restaurant, is Beauties on Grafton Street. So the Beauty family lived out here for a number of years. The Jacobs, so you might have heard of Jacob biscuits, Jacobs cream crackers. I mean, all kinds of biscuits. Jacobs had a huge factory in Dublin City at one time. It's no longer there, but they lived out here. Also, this would have been their summer home, if you like, along by the coast. The De Valera's, Eamon De Valera, he was Prime Minister, or Taoiseach as we call the Prime Minister in this country. Taoiseach in the Irish language means leader. He was the Taoiseach for 36 years, so on and off, 36 years all told. And for 14 years, he was also President of Ireland. Eamon De Valera, so he lived out here for a while too. Or he actually, this would have been his summer home, if you like. For weekends, they would come out here. Just give you another view of Bray Head. Ahead of us there, the cliff walk from Greystones to Bray, and the Marina. And you'll see a lot of new builds right there, new apartments been built all over the place here in Greystones. And here you got the shipyard, the boatyard, I should say. They're not ships, but boats. The Latouche family are probably the most prominent family to ever live in Greystones. Now, they were a Huguenot family, dating back, coming here in around the 1600s. But they were the first banking family of Ireland. The very first bank in Ireland was the Latouche Bank, started by David Latouche. And David Latouche was as I say, he also owned Marty Park, one of the biggest parks, public parks in Dublin. 300 acres, that's where he lived. Marty House in Marty Park. But as I say, he established around the year 1756 the first ever bank called the Latouche Bank, which later became Bank of Ireland, which today is Ireland's largest bank. So the Latouche family were very prominent here. They had a big home here looking over the water. And they also had a hotel. Well, there's a hotel called the Latouche Hotel. It's actually since gone right now. I'm just showing you this anchor right here. This anchor, it's an old admiralty, I can't even say that word properly, but an admiral's anchor. And this was recovered from a shipwreck. But it's pretty nice to take a look at it, isn't it, folks? What do you think? There you go. Now we have, this is the North Beach. So we've got two beaches here. We've got the North Beach and the South Beach. The North Beach is tiny, very small. And the South Beach is actually very, very long, probably a kilometre or more. But this is the North Beach that you see right here. We're 12 minutes in. We got two people on, and one of them's right beside me. Hopefully we'll have more people that will come on and watch the recording of this tour, because as I say, there's not too many on right now. So there is the North Beach right here. Now, Greystones was named the world's most livable community in 2008 by the Livecom Awards. The awards took place in China, and Greystones won the award over 20 other towns across the world. And they also won this same award in 2021 as the most livable community, or the most livable town in the whole entire world. How about that? Greystones. What a great, what word should I use here? Accolade, great accolade, achievements, if you like. The world's best town. There's the North Beach. I saw a fella swimming in there a minute ago. He might have drowned. I saw him going in the water. I hope he didn't drown, but I did see him just a minute ago going in. He's underwater now. The rough seas. This would be absolutely freezing out here, folks. Because just walking around right now, it's freezing. Really is freezing. It's very cold. These are beautiful new apartments right here. Cost an absolutely huge amount of money, as you have the sea views. And of course, a sea view is going to cost you a lot more than a back view. You pay a lot more. This is the old Latouche Hotel. I was mentioning the Latouche family. This is the old Latouche Hotel right now. Today it's an apartment building. Once again, costs you a fortune to buy one of these because you're on the coast. You'll see this lovely blue building right ahead of me here, folks. This is called Carrick Eden. It was built in 1870, and it's a former guest house, and it was a former hotel, also owned by the Bewleys. I mentioned the Bewleys a little earlier. Today it's a rehab centre, and there's one of our viewers during the Hago days that was on this tour, and she lives in the UK now. She's originally from Cork in Ireland, West Cork, and she actually worked, while we were on live stream, she told me she worked in this particular building back in the early 1980s or late 70s. So there you go. That was a bit of a coincidence. It used to be the St. Patrick Hotel way back in around 1890 on a nursing home, as I say today. The original building, the hotel, was run by the Beauty family. Here's another view of the North Beach right here. And in the background, as I say, you can see Braehead and the cliff walk. And I say the very pricey apartments right there. They're brand new. This is still a growing area here, Greystones. It's very much one of the go-to places in the country where people like to relocate to live. There's a lot of seats right here throughout the promenade, and they're dedicated to people former residents that lived in the area who have passed away. If you look at this one, dedicated to Barbara Ann Williams. She died in 2008. Sit and rest a while and enjoy the peace. This place called home. There you go. So a lot of them are dedications to former residents of the area that have passed by, that have passed away. So all the way from the North Beach that we're here to the South Beach, you have these Greystones, and you can see them right here in the water, the Greystones. And there's just an abundance of them, or plethora, if you like, of them. This is, as I said before, where Greystones gets its name. A series of Greystones from the North Beach to the South Beach, probably about a kilometre long, just full of Greystones everywhere. Some of these stones would have some plant life growing on the stones itself, so they wouldn't be as grey as they used to be. But how about that for a view, folks? Looks nice, doesn't it? If I was to film this an hour ago, it would have been cloudy. You wouldn't have been able to see too much, but right now it's just it's perfect. It's lovely. Here's a very unusual statue right here, or sculptor, I should say. It's a bear sculpture, dedicated to the memory of Caroline Dwyer Hickey, who passed away on the 25th of March 2013. After a bout with cancer, breast cancer. And a foundation was founded in her name by her family, called the Caroline Foundation. So dedicated, as I said, to Caroline Dwyer Hickey, passed away in 2013. And the foundation was founded by our family to raise money to fund breast cancer research. And this bear is dedicated to her memory, overlooking the sea here in Greystones. There's a school right here, St. David's School. How about going to a school where you have a beautiful seaside view, an ocean view of the Irish Sea? You'd probably be looking out the window and getting nothing done during classes.
Absolutely not.
This is St. David's School right here in Greystones. I know some people that went here to school, and I'm sure the student didn't listen very well, because there's a number of Irish politicians that went here, so you know they weren't listening. And one of them is the Minister for Health, Stephen Donnelly, went here. Another is the Minister for Education went here, and his name is, what's his name again? I got a memory block here. Can't remember his name. Anyway, he went here as well, that fella. Here's a nice little beach. See all the grey rocks, so where Greystone gets its name. How about that for you, folks? We've got 5 people on here. Say hello. Anybody's on here, say hello. Suzanne, how you doing, Suzanne? Oh, you're right behind me. Sorry. Sorry. No. There's nobody else saying hello. The only other person on is Catherine. Everybody else is pretending to be on, or they won't say hello. They're just quietly watching. Yeah. Oh, it's lovely now. The sun's coming out. This is beautiful. You'll find a lot of really nice bird life here in Greystones, along by the promenade, along by the seafront here, and we'll just show you some of this bird life right here. But first of all, let me show you a map between the Irish Sea and Wales. So you got Wales over here, folks. You see my finger? Okay, and then you got Greystones right here. Greystones. So you got Greystones going across to Holyhead right there. Well, Dunleary, there's actually a boat ferry that goes out Dunleary to Holyhead. But Greystones is just further down the coast from Dunleary, so it's not that far away. So there you go. But as I say, there's a lot of bird life right here on this strip. And here's some of the beautiful birds you have in here. The herring gull, the common seal. You actually see a colony of seals in here as well. The hooded crow, the lesser black-backed gull, the common gull, the Brent goose, cormorants. Cormorants are very popular around the seasides here of the coast, the Irish coastline, especially on the east coast. So there you go. We'll move on. I'll have to end this soon. So folks, just as I say, a short tour here of Greystones. Hope you enjoyed it. This is the South Beach that you're seeing right here. And it's a much longer stretch. Fishing's very, very big here in this area as well. Lots of people will fish along this this stretch of the beach here, the South Beach. Thanks, Dave. All right, catch him. You're welcome. So it's a lovely walk along the promenade here, and we must do another tour of the village shortly. But I'm going to leave you here, folks. Thanks so much for coming on, and if you wish, you can buy me a coffee, or also I got my PayPal link on there as well. And please, most important of all, if you could please subscribe to my channel, I'd very much appreciate that. So just a short tour of the promenade here in Greystones. Have a great day, folks. Thanks so much. Take care.